Hey, this is Jeff again from the Office of Student Life. So far, we have created a personal account, and you just went in and you created your organization account. And now we're going to look and see what benefits you have as an administrator in the organizational account. And so we're going to look at this, and we're still in the demo community here. You'll notice that yours will be branded to SAC on there. And so we're going to go to student government because I think Taylor here, the admin, will have student government administrative privileges, and we do because you can tell right here where it says settings. All of these settings things are things you only have as an administrator. Now we're going to spend the rest of this video over here in settings, and one thing I want to for you to keep in mind is not everyone in your organization needs to be an administrator. 2 or 3 people, it really is all you need to have administrative access. I would recommend one of those being your advisor. Since your advisor is a little more constant, you may be gone in 2 years, and your advisor could be here for, several more years after you're gone. And so we'll talk later about how you can give administrative access to certain areas, specific areas. But for right now, we want to talk about specifically, the administrative privileges you have, and this is to help get started. We're not going to do this every year, so being the first year that we have OrgSync, you'll do a little more work to get things started. So you're going to start in setup. You can do a custom made graphic up here. So they have the student government banner. If you someone in your area that can do graphic, you can do that to change that there under setup. A custom footer at the bottom. Let me just click the setup button here to give us all the options. Which is where these things are here under customization. Organization profile. This is what you did when you originally created your organization. So when you have to update your organization every semester, that will be done here under organization profile. So first I want to go in and talk about account groups. Account groups reflects the vernacular you have in your organization. So if you have an honors group, if you have if we had fraternities at SAC, if you have a group, drama club, and maybe you want to distinguish different things by your association with drama, maybe actors versus stage prep, or if you just want to call yourself members and alumni, that's fine too. But this is where you can change to make the vernacular of OrgSync match the vernacular of your organization. So if you just call yourself members, which is defaulted on here, that's fine. If you need to edit any of these groups, these are kind of the default groups on there, you can edit it over here. With the exception of officers, you can only be in one account group. And if you're an officer, which officer means you can put your title in there, you can also be in members, you can also be in administrators, but you can only be in one account group, and we'll get to that next and why you can do that. If you need to add new account groups, you can, but don't add too many account groups because you only be in one account group. You don't want to spread it out way too big. As you change account groups, just to point out, this is going to be reflective up here under people. We'll talk about this on the next video. But as you change the account groups, it'll reflect up here. So this is what people are seeing when you call how people be classified amongst your group. Next, we're going to go to group permissions. This is going to show you every module within OrgSync. And this gives you the ability under each module. So for calendar, do I want this calendar to be disabled? Would we not use a calendar? If so, you click disable all the way across, disable all, and it doesn't even appear. So people would not even see that there was a calendar option on there. You're going to want to use a calendar, so you're going to click view on all of those things there. And things that are public, I want you to really take this serious. Public means public. And even though most people are probably never ever going to see anything public on your within your OrgSync group, still I want you to have the mentality that public really does mean public, and if there are things that you're sharing that you don't want the public to know, then don't have this view access on here. Now you can have it on here and have things specifically for your group, which will show when we get to the tools module, but just be aware, I want you to treat public as what it really means to be public. So if there are things on here you're not going to use, if you don't want to have a website builder, you can hit disable all the way across the board, and it's going to disable that for you on here. If there's certain things you don't want to use, hit disable, and it's not going to be over here in these buttons. So go ahead and hit disable. they won't know it's not there. It's kind of bad to have a lot of things in there that you're not using. As you go on and decide to use them later on, you can go back and enable them for people to just see over there. So this is something to take serious. It's kind of a one-time setup. You can make changes later on down the road if you need to, but generally you're not going to. Once you get things set up, it kind of stays that way. But as an administrator of your organization, you have responsibility to protect those people in your organization. So things that should not be viewed as public, make sure that they are, not public. That's disabled on there. And some things you may want to only have for officers, you only have for members and alumni. Now this is the big global access. So this is access to things by account group. So members, administrators, alumni, and how you want them to participate in here. Generally, you're going to give editorial access to all administrators and view access to everyone else. There may be times you want to give editorial access to maybe officers on there. And again, the next video, we're going to show you how to give specific access to one person on a specific module, but don't worry about that yet. I'm going to come back down here to settings really fast. This is also where you can invite members in. Don't invite them in until you've done this group permissions first. Once you get the group permissions, then you can start inviting members in. And again, your organization profile, and then join options also. Do you want people to be invited only? Do you want people to have a password or request to join on here? If you take these things off, people can automatically be kind of bypassed into your group. But read this information here. And one thing I want to say, which I forgot to mention, OrgSync does have really good support, especially if it's during the day, 8 to 5 or 8 to 6 as you're working. Call the support line. They have after-hour support, but you don't really need that unless you absolutely have to use that. Don't do it. But then there's the help guide also. This will pop up in a new window, and this will have a lot of help resources. So if there's specific areas you want help on, you can do it by the module, banner graphic, and it would tell you how to step by step on how to change the banner graphic there. So that's all for this video. I will see you on video number 4.